Hello, I'm Brigantia Blackbird of Blackbird's Brew. Happy Tuesday. Once again, we're going to be talking about pagan problems, and this week it will be about reclaiming spiritual joy. Pagan spirituality can be a challenge because we're always being presented with lessons, and some of these lessons can be very difficult for us to learn. But at the same time, our spirituality can also be the refuge that restores our spirits. So, checking in with our gods on a daily basis, engaging in practices such as meditation, these don't have to be elaborate affairs or consume massive amounts of time. But the most important aspect of it is to allow ourselves to divorce our attention from the demands of the outside world and then bring our minds and our hearts to our altars or to our meditation spaces. Now, admittedly, it can be quite difficult to make that emotional break from the business of life to spiritual pursuits, and that's what makes these daily mini rituals so beneficial. If we have a routine in which we briefly prepare, drink a cup of tea, change out of work clothes, light incense or candles, and then we go on to our spiritual activities, this will train our brains to switch modes, and with consistent practice, our attention will begin to shift almost automatically so that we can get the most out of our spiritual time, even if that's only 10 minutes a day. And in fact, it can become a time of day that we actively look forward to and not be something that just gets squashed in the midst of the rest of our schedules or just be a task to be crossed off the to-do list. So, daily worship and meditation, this is our chance to focus on our spiritual needs in the here and the now, right at this very moment, even if those needs change from day to day, depending on what we have going on or what occurred during the events of that day. Now, our S-Sabbats and our S-Bots, these are admittedly special times, and they are meant for ritual. They're meant for magic. But the smaller rituals we do from day to day, they don't have to be about the huge overarching themes of the Sabbats or doing, really serious, massive magical works during our S-Bots. This is about keeping it in tune. Because if we feel disconnected or out of focus or we just can't get into the flow of things, if we make the effort to reach out to our gods, that can help us hit the reset button. This is also an effective way to gain a little bit of perspective about what's going on in the world, what's going on in our lives, even inside our own souls. It even has the potential to reduce our anxiety. When we worship and connect with the divine, it reaffirms our faith that, we're not left to our own devices. And the gods, they are watching over us. They're not going to solve our problems for us, but they are still there for support. And they've seen many cycles of human history come and go, and they know more than anybody else that even during these rough patches, life will go on. This can inspire us, it can renew us. So it's often through small daily efforts that we begin to make some real progress to gain insight and start connecting the spiritual dots. We'll never fully understand all of the spiritual mysteries, but this doesn't prevent us from understanding more than we did yesterday and learning how to ask more insightful questions as we get a better grip on what's what. And it's much easier to make that progress when we give our regular attention to spiritual matters. If we only make the effort on, the new moons, the full moons, or on the sabbats when they come around, well, we shouldn't be surprised if our spirituality remains in shallow waters and we never feel like we're, pressing on to maturity and that we're not becoming better practitioners. Well, it's because we're not putting in the time. But by contrast, when we do make that effort, we're going to feel ourselves grow. We'll be able to, actually watch our progress. This will increase our spiritual joy. It will make us stronger in the faith. And that means our spiritual lives will actually be serving the proper purpose that they are meant to. So, short but sweet this week. I hope you enjoyed it. If you'd like to continue on with this discussion or any others, any topics to do with paganism, witchcraft, Wicca, anything of that sort, I hope you'll come see me at Blackbird's Brew on Discord. There's a link to join in the description box below. And as always, please subscribe to this channel, like the video, leave a comment. I'll see you in the next one. Bye.